Crispy sauteed salmon and green lentils are a wonderful combination, and add some herbed lemon butter and sauteed leeks and you have a recipe that you'll come back to many times. This contains many different components, so I'd like to go through each one. We'll have them on hand and then we'll come back to the salmon and I'll show you how to skin the salmon and saute it for the final product. So first of all, I have 6 tablespoons of soft butter, which I've mixed. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of chopped chives, 2 teaspoons of chopped tarragon, 1 tablespoon fresh lemon juice, 2 teaspoons Dijon mustard, and a nice generous pinch of salt. And we mix this together. If you're using softened butter, it just comes together quickly. And we set that aside. These are carrots that I've peeled and blanched in water for about 5 minutes, so these are all ready to go. Green lentils, 1 cup of green lentil to 4 cups of water, and I kind of slowly simmered them for about 20 minutes and then took them off the heat for 5 and strained the juice out. I did reserve a half a cup of the cooking juice. And we have salmon, which I will show you how to skin. And on the stove we have leeks, let me grab them, which I have chopped up, and they are just the white part of the leek, and make sure you wash it really well. Leeks can have a lot of dirt in between the different layers. So this is 1 large leek. And I also have a tablespoon of butter in the saute pan. So I'll show you how to kind of slowly saute them so that they soften, and then we will add some of the components together. Melt 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter in a large saute pan. Add leeks, and the heat is pretty low on this. We just really want to soften the leeks. And this will take about 5 to 6 minutes to do that. So we'll be back to these in a moment. Okay, what we want to do first is talk a little bit about the fish. Always buy your fish from a good market. Get something, go to a good source for it. And this piece has skin on, so I'll show you how to take it off. Also the bones around here, and you can just feel them with your finger. There's none in here, but if you do have some bones, pluck them out with a tweezer so your fish is bone free when your guests are eating. So the first thing you want to do is have a real nice sharp knife. Make sure that the length of the knife is wider than the fish so that you can go straight through, and you want your knife to be real sharp. I just take the bottom down here, cut into the fish. Oops, put this here a little bit. Cut into the fish and slide your knife between the skin and the fillet. And it should just come off perfectly. And there you go. Skin's off, and the fish looks great. So you can see that the leeks have softened. So to these softened leeks, we will add a tablespoon of lemon juice and a pinch of salt. And then add the lentils. The remaining cooking juice from the lentils. Stir these around. And I'm going to bring the heat up a little bit to about medium and let these simmer for maybe 5 minutes. And then at that point, we'll add a couple tablespoons of the herb butter. So once you've got the skin off, you can turn your fish over and see there's a line down here of some fat. And some people don't mind it, some do, but I'm going to just remove it with a little cut here. And you just trim it up a little bit and get most of that off. So there we go, we're ready. I'm going to divide these into 6-ounce pieces, and that's roughly 6 ounces. And these are now ready to be sauteed. So at this point, the lentils have absorbed most of the extra liquid, and what we're going to do is put 3 tablespoons of the herb butter in, and slowly just kind of stir it in. So we'll let that come up just for a moment and set it aside while we saute the salmon. We're ready to saute the salmon. A couple tips are, have your pan hot. I have it on a high heat. You need to season your fish before you put it on. And once the pan's hot, we'll add some oil, not too much, about a tablespoon. And you can see how hot the pan is. Cover the whole bottom of the pan with the oil. Then you can take your piece of fish and you can lay them into the pan. On the final little bit. These will saute for about 4 minutes. You get it really nice and crispy golden brown on top. We'll flip them over and put them in the oven. Time to turn the fillets, and you can see how beautiful golden brown they are. This is after 3 minutes on a high heat. So to the pan, I'm going to add the blanched carrots, and these can just pan roast while the salmon is cooking. Season with a little salt. And into the oven. The salmon's ready. You can tell when the fish is ready by feeling slightly on the sides, and it'll just give back just a little bit. It'd be a little bit of a springy feel. So it's ready to go. Let's plate. So we'll start with the lentils. Some carrots on top. And the fillet on top. So this is such a nice, beautiful, earthy taste with the lentils, the salmon, the butter, the tarragon, the chives, the mustard. I'm going to put a little dollop of the remaining butter on top. And a couple little sprigs of the chive. There you go, it's a beautiful dish. Enjoy.